Good fine evening, fellow YouTubers. It is a most glorious occasion, as I have been presented with a brand new tobacco pipe. There's a couple to my collection, and I got 4 in my collection. That's a nice collection. This is the other new one that was sent to me. Very cool. It goes with the other 2 that I have right here in my ashtray. This one, however, came with a case, YouTube, and a pokey right in there, yeah. This one I keep in the case just because it's longer than the stems on these other pipes. This is what they call a Gandalf pipe. This is called a Sherlock. And as a pipe smoker, you get people who collect pipes and try different tobaccos, and you can never run out of pipe tobacco, YouTube. Now, while I smoke on my Gandalf, I'm going to be telling you the course of this video. What's the sexy goth bad boy still cooking up this fine evening? Well, I am cooking up a fish and chips calzone. Sort of a American, like Italian, British take on like 3 different cultures, just thrown together. And some of you are gonna look at me like, okay, that's a little fucking weird. What the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to cook up a couple of pre-ingredients, but before I get to making some dankness, I'm gonna smoke some delicious pipe tobacco. This is a mixture of cigar butt tobacco and cigarette tobacco. Oh, the ghost likes to make noise in my kitchen. Is the ghost hungry? Do you want to smell some delicious food? It's gonna be a little weird, man, I'm telling you, but you're more than welcome to hang out. Oh no, I'm not afraid of the ghost in my apartment. No, it's just an extra unseen guest. He or she, it's whatever you want to call it. I wonder if ghosts are like super sensitive to that shit. Did you just call me an it? Who the fuck do you think you are? I'd be like, oh geez, now the ghost is starting to sound like a younger millennial. Okay, stop. No, but a gift for you, Mr. Josh. We are huge fans. We're huge fans. You shred on the guitar. Dude, my cataracts is fucking with me, so I do apologize if I'm having a hard time reading this, but... Hey Josh, we are huge fans. You shred on the guitar. Enjoy the gifts. Please add us on Facebook, Christian Danger Cafe and Sam and Lily Coffee from Christian. Alright. I'll definitely do that when I can, most definitely. Thank you for the awesome pipes. They got here safe and sound. I had a Gandalf pipe just like this one, but it broke. Which sucks, because these, like solid metal stemmed, pipes are pretty legit. Give it a nice little char light. Pack it down with the tamper that I have. So that essentially ends up being an extra tamper, which is always handy in case you lose the other one you have. But being a pipe smoker, my hands tend to get rather ashy. And because sometimes when the bowl's done, I'll dump it out onto my palm and into an ashtray. Or just dump it straight in the ashtray. That's the nice thing about smoking a tobacco pipe. Facebook and YouTube. Sitting here having oof. Damn. A lot of the cigar tobacco in this here bag came from some of the cigar roaches that my fans had sent me. Pretty much every cigar roach that the fans had sent, another fan had sent me. I broke it up into the bag, and it gets you by in a pinch if you're out of cigarettes. Maybe people have like a cigarillo tobacco, like, you want this? Yeah, sure. A bag full of cigarette tobacco, yeah, sure. And whatever tobacco you can get your hands on, just mix it into a big bag. Pipe spun wisdom, YouTube. If you have a pipe, you have tobacco. Like, you've all seen me cook bacon on my channel before, so you also see me cook curly fries. So these stuff like that's going to be done off camera. You feel me? And yeah, I'm doing a live video on Facebook while I cook some dankness on YouTube. Double time. Here's the thing about it. If you want to put bacon on top or inside a calzone or on top of a pizza, you're going to want to pre-cook it. Because you don't want raw pork on the inside of your shit. That's so bad for your health. That's definitely a wand maker's pipe, eh? It's like, who are you? And the combination of that cigar tobacco makes it really, really, really freaking harsh. Some people chit-chatting on Facebook. If I don't pay attention to chat on Facebook, I do apologize. Shit, excuse me. But I'm about to be making some dankness. That's good tobacco. And I can't set the Gandalf in my ashtray. It's just set it in there like that. And if you scooch it back, just like that. There we go. It's a nice little clay bowl for the ashtray there. Alright. Now because my hands get covered in ash when I smoke a pipe, I want to wash my hands before doing any sort of cooking. And maybe a couple of dishes just for the fuck of it. Smell, friend, I'll come talk with you again. planted in my brain. Yeah, simmering Garfunkel. Damn, my cheese getting stronger. I gotta watch where I throw that shit. Fucking wave my hand at a plate and it tips over. something easy. Sometimes when your hands get dirty, you use some dishes and it gets them nice and clean. Look at that. Now all you see is the black nail polish, but my nails are clean. My hands are clean and dry them off right quick. Now we are sanitary for our meal deal here. Barbecue sauce is dead fucking. Alright, so check this out, YouTube. Check this shit out. Okay, we're putting the bacon in this here calzone. I don't have any pizza sauce, so I'll have to improvise with some barbecue sauce. That's cool. I'll get the stove turned on. This is Black Label thick cut bacon. And I want to need something to open it up with. And be rather careful with opening your bacon. I'm going to keep it away from you. Just do a little tear like that. You make a simple slit right there. You should be able to get it open. Yep, there we go. Just like that. Booyah. Ooh, now this smells good. Now I'm going to take some Tony seasoning, give it a sprinkle in the, here, this will be for seasoning our bacon. You don't need that much, just a little bit. Maybe like a pinch more. There we go. Maybe save like a little bit for the curly fries too. Now I'm going to take anywhere from 3 pieces and just tear them up in halves. 3 or 4 pieces of just see how it's looking. We should have This is some pretty thick bacon, so I'm only going to need like 2 pieces of the calzone, yo. Legit. Like, this bacon is so fucking thick, you take 2 pieces and tear it in half. It's like, oh damn. sizzling up. I'm going to hit the sink and wash my hands right quick. There we go. Add just a little bit of corn oil in the bottom of the pan to fry her up. Do it light, sprinkle of seasoning on each slice. There we go. Just that seasoning for that bacon. So we'll move on and fries. And I got the stove on high, so I'll cook the bacon a little bit faster. Get this recipe done as quickly as possible. Now I want to grab a clean bowl to put our cooked bacon into. That way we can make assembling this fish and chips calzone much easier. Give that bacon a flip. Of course, you might already know about them Arby's curly fries. What up, dough? We're gonna get a small bowl of these going for our calzone. Actually, I got 5 pieces in here, but that's alright. While that bacon cooks up, I mean, chips could mean French fries or actual potato chips. We're using both. We'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to take our bowl of curly fries and we're going to sprinkle it on the seasoning. Just like that. Oh, yeah. alright, it's alright. A little extra bacon on the creep won't hurt. I made like 8 little crispy juicy pieces right there for the calzone. I want to make sure all my bacon's cooked all the way through, and I want it to be pink. After a lot of tubes. Now you cook that bacon to a certain point. When you cook it in the calzone, it's going to cook a little bit more, but not all the way through. So you get that bacon to that point where it'll be fully cooked by the time you put it in your calzone. And through the miracle of time, we have a bowl full of bacon. We got like a couple pieces in here for the calzone. This bacon smells fantastic. You know, I gotta try a piece of this because I've never actually had this brand. Let's see how this thick cut bacon do. You see how nice and evenly cooked? Oh yeah. Oh ho ho ho. Oh, fuck, it's hot. Hold on. Fresh. These are cooked all the way through. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so these ingredients are going to be set in front of my desk here. Now they got our pre-cooked stuff made up, YouTube. Here's where the fish and chips calzone comes together. I don't have any pizza sauce, but I'll improvise. I'll improvise with barbecue sauce. I'm sure it'll taste fine just the same. But you want to grab like a baking tray or a pizza stone. You're thinking to yourself, where in the flying fuck is he going with all this nonsense? Oh, you don't even know that. Get our ingredients spread out. Alright, that bacon, that's some good bacon, yo. I'm liking that. That's a good brand of bacon. I'd highly recommend that. Not a sponsor. We have here some pre-made pizza dough. This is going to be the foundation for our pizza pocket. Now there's a seal right there. There we go. Give it a couple good whacks with the knife. Pop it open. Hashtag empty can. Now we're gonna find that sweet spot in the dough where we roll this bitch up. I mean, barbecue sauce and bacon go hand in hand, so we might as well try it, right? And you never know, it could turn out good, it could turn out a complete fucking disaster. But that's the fun of cooking with Cobra, is it not? We get to try and learn things together. What works, what doesn't work. Now here's the thing of it. You want to preheat your oven to 420 degrees, and then you want to cook your calzone or pizza for about 28 minutes. Exact. Magic combination right there, people. It's preheated. We are good to go. Let's see what we're working with. Since we don't have pizza sauce, we're going to just throw some random ass shit into it. We have Head County Chipotle barbecue sauce. We got Head County Apple Habanero. Despite their names, these barbecue sauces are very sweet and very delicious. Not a sponsor. Head County makes good seasoning and good barbecue sauce. So we're going to drizzle some barbecue sauce on the inside of this here bad boy like that. Yeah, buddy. And then do another layer of the other kind. Just like that. And then we're going to add just a little bit of Frenchie's horseradish spicy brown mustard. Because why the fuck not? And give it a little bit of a spicy kick. Sounds like someone's Asperger's was talking shit again. Just kidding, it was a mustard. And why not, just for the fucking kick of it, just a squeeze of that Hidden Valley Ranch. Not a sponsor. Nope, I'm not sponsored by any of these cool cobras. I'm just giving y'all my honest opinion. And I'm telling you right now, when you ain't got pizza sauce, you can improvise. There we go. Now we got our sauces. So now we got all of our sauces on there just like that. You want to make sure there's no holes in the bottom of your dough when you're doing this, otherwise you'll fuck it all up. Now I'm going to take the bacon we just cooked. That's next. Put that on the bottom because it's already cooked. And quite nicely, if I do say so myself. There we go, dump all that bacon grease on top from the bowl. There we go. So next we're gonna add some mozzarella cheese, baby. Oh, look at that, got the mozzarella. My hands are a little bit greasy from handling that bacon, but we'll make it work. Oh, you piece of shite. You're not gonna let win. We have ways of making you talk. That's the oven let me know, hey motherfucker, your preheat is done, son. I'm doing a Facebook video right now. I'll call whoever it was later. There we go. Got the cheese open. Yo, I'm a popular guy tonight for some odd reason. Okay. Back to the cooking video. I'll answer that phone call later. So now on top of that bacon and sauce goodness, put a bunch of that mozzarella cheese on top. There we go, that's a nice healthy amount. Do a little bit more in the middle so it gets nice and gooey. Oh yeah. And then we're going to take some pepperonis. So that pizza bologna ain't no phony because you know it's pepperoni. Ooh, there we go. Not quite the way I wanted it to open, mind you, but at least it opened. So sometimes life doesn't work out the way we want it to. Sometimes life doesn't work out the way we want it to. So I guess we make the best of a shitty situation. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we make the best of it. Now on top of those pepperonis, we're just going to put some bloody curly fries. Some obvious curly fries, man. All these fuckers are good. And why not? I want to throw on some sardines. These are the oily sardines. Break up some fish on that calzone. Trying to break off on me like that. I noticed the pop tab came off and I just opened it with my finger without cutting myself. like a ninja. So pour some of that sardine juice onto there just like that. Oh, yeah. Now if you don't like sardines, this is optional, but this is how you make a goddamn fish and chips calzone. Sardines are so fucking good, dude. Oh yeah. Some of you out there who like sardines, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's one left in the can, I'm gonna eat it. They're basically miniature fish. Dump the rest of the oil on there just like that. Now literally for the fish and chips on top of it, I'm gonna put some pizza Pringles and some nacho cheese Doritos, man. This is what this monstrosity looks like now, eh? Jolly good. It looks fucking hella good, dude. Maybe a couple less sardines. I'll make some room for the other ingredients. There we are. 4 sardines will be enough for that. That's looking good. I'm the one eating it, so I don't mind taking a couple off and eating some more. I like 7 sardines in a can, I ate 3 and there's 4 on top. So I'll take these pizza Pringles right here. I play no games, YouTube and Facebook. I'm breaking up these pizza Pringles all up on this mother trucker. Yep. All right. So we're gonna take our ingredients. I'm gonna kind of squish them down just like that. You definitely want a little bit of room to roll this. This might require the top pizza roll thing to move. But that's alright, we can add another pizza dough to it. The Doritos are much bigger, so it's not going to take much to cover the top of this. Sweet. Now to complete this layer, I'm going to add more cheese and 1 more sheet of dough. I want to pinch it off, I want to bake it. Now, will this be the dankest calzone I've ever made? Possibly, maybe. I don't know about y'all, but I'm cooking me something up to eat, and I figured if I want to cook me something up to eat, sweating in this summer heat, make ourselves a little delicious treat. So help all those chips and what have you stick together to that fish. I do one thin layer of mozzarella cheese on top. And I'm sweating like crazy, so I'm wiping my nose with my sleeve. Trying to keep this as sanitary as humanly possible. Because then people be like, oh, well, your nails look disgusting. I just did dishes and washed my hands. Always, you know, people find a reason to complain about anything anymore. Boom. And now we're going to repeat the same process that we did opening the first can of dough. There we go. Give it a couple of good thwacks. Broke the seal. Awesome sauce. Another empty one. And again, if you look along the roll of your dough, you'll see a part where it comes unrolled. Right here, you'll see right there. See what I'm saying? Ooh. Ooh, man, I sweat like a dog up in this bitch, but that's alright. We're making dankness, people. We're making dankness happen. So we're going to unroll our dough once more. And I'm going to stretch the dough on top of everything that we just put on here. Oh yeah, we're going to have to pinch the dough off so that if it leaks out a little bit, that's alright. What I'm going to do is start off on this side, work my way around, sitting here. To prevent it from leaking, I'm going to try to pinch and tuck everything into a giant, massive pizza pocket looking thing. Is it going to be the prettiest? Probably not. But how's it going to taste? We about to find out. Now I think everything in the middle here should melt together quite nicely. And I'm doing this to where hopefully nothing leaks out. So it's much like kneading a pie crust. You want to flatten your dough together. That way both of these stick together like they're supposed to. Yeah, it's not looking too shabby. In those spots we can touch it up and kind of, yeah. There we go. That looks pretty good. Sitting here, I'm going to pack it into a more of a hot pocket shape. Kind of square it off. And this is a bit time consuming, yes, but oh, there we go. That is beautiful all the way around. It's nice and tucked in. I'm 80%. No, here's the thing. I'm 80% British, yo. So this is kind of, I don't know. This is like crossing Italian, British, UK type food with American. And, yeah. No fucking idea how it's gonna taste, but we fucking made it, yeah? I'm gonna do a little bit of seasoning on top of that crust. A little bit of seasoning on top of that crust, and we'll get it in the oven. We don't need a whole lot of seasoning. You don't want to over season it, but just a little bit right there. Very lightly sprinkle on top. Keep in mind, Facebook and YouTube, I did not use the whole cap lid of it, just enough to lightly season the top. Here's a look at this monstrosity before I throw it in the fucking oven, man. This thing's gonna be massive. You could legitimately cut this into 4 slices easy. Timer. I like to do it for 28. So I'll put the timer on for 29 minutes. So as soon as that first minute hits, boom, into the oven. Ooh, YouTube, I'm sweating like a dog. There we go. I want to crack a window right quick. Give me a second. It's good to crack a window when you're cooking anyways. I didn't make too much of a mess making that around my chair and my floor, but we can clean that up right quick. Give me a second, Facebook and YouTube. The vacuum don't work, but it could be worse. At least I got a broom and dustpan. I can get in here and just, you know, sweep it up. Got a little bit of cheese on the chair, but that's alright. Clean up after I make. After we made it, we'll just clean it up just like that. There we go. I don't have my cell phone, so this is the best way I can do a cooking video at the moment. I'm watching me clean up after myself after making it. It's not very entertaining, but we'll get to the good shit here in a minute. Good things take time. A little hand sanitizer on. There we go. Excuse the chair forward. Alright, yo, you crazy motherfuckers. out there on YouTube and Facebook. We got a dank ass calzone on the way. Mountain Dew throwback. Show that logo. Not a sponsor. Soda pop, oh, soda pop, oh, soda pop. Now, Mountain Dew Throwback is made with real sugar. It's about 100 and some odd calories, 100 and, what is that? Oh, geez, 170 calories per can. Like I give a shit, it just goes to these bad boys right fucking here. Right here. Can Crush for all my awesome fans tuning in to another Cooking with Cobra. Oof. It's definitely a hot summer's eve. Oof, good gracious. Whew. But I don't care, I'm rocking the Cradle of Filth shirt today because it is in fact Danny Phil's birthday. Cheers. I haven't made a cooking video in quite some time, and I'm filming this video live on YouTube while I record it, or live on Facebook while I record it for YouTube. Yeah, which is a cool concept because then my fans can see the cooking videos before it hits YouTube, so like you get a sneak peek behind the scenes kind of deal. Yeah. Ooh. Of course, when you wear all black, you choose to suffer through the heat, you know. During the winter, you're warm as fuck. So while we chill out for a good 28 minutes, we can smoke some pipe tobacco and bullshit on camera. Oh. The sardines didn't need to be cooked. You can eat them raw. You can eat those sardines raw, but cooking them into a calzone shouldn't be bad for you. Because they're already fucking cooked. Essentially when it's in the can. But, got my trusty Gandalf back out with some more of that tobacco. So I'll sit and puff on some good tobacco that I mixed up in this here bag. I was dealing with some drama the last couple of days, YouTube, and I don't want to discuss it. Like, I did what I had to for the right reasons. Simply because I don't feel like putting up with all the bullshit. It's a hot one today, folks. July 25th. I'll keep those three in my ashtray, but this one, when I'm done smoking out of my Gandalf, I'm keeping it in the case it came with. I mean, this is just one of those pipes you have to be careful with, because tobacco pipes can break very easily if you're not careful with them, so be extra careful when smoking out of something like this. This would be a pipe I'd mostly smoke at home because of how long it is. You know what I'm saying? You have to hold it constantly or put it in your pocket, have this big old stem sticking out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, if you want to save some matches or lighter fluid, carp the bowl with your thumb and watch what happens. You can usually get it going rather quickly. While that calzone cooks up, show off these sexy pipes. So, I ran into the tattoo artist who did my Cobra, and he's like, dude, how'd that turn out? I showed him, I'm like, well, other than that mosquito bite, which happens, you know, it's pretty much good. And he's looking at it like, hell yeah, dude, that's sharp as shit. And I says to him, I says, to him and his buddies, I says, I recommend you guys all the time in town, because people will see this sick Cobra tattoo on my left arm, and they'll be like, yo, where'd you get that done at? And I'm like, Black Sunday. Where else, dude? It's like the best place in town to get a tattoo. I noticed that mosquitoes don't really fuck with me that much, though. They smell the tobacco in my blood, and they're just like, nope. I'm going to be smoking my tobacco on my Gandalf pipe while I'm cooking. It's just a good idea to crack open the window so that way the smell in the cooking doesn't just overwhelm. This is good tobacco, but it's a non-aromatic, so it's going to have that particular scent to it. It's going to smell mostly like cigar. But it gets you by in a pinch. As I've said before, if you have a tobacco pipe, you have tobacco. I mean, I make wands for a living, which is pretty sweet. And this is definitely quite fitting, isn't it? It's a wizard's pipe. Like, oh, instead of a Gandalf the Great, Gandalf the Goth or some shit, I don't know. Actually, no, I think the correct term would be Dark Lord King Cobra, but that's a stretch. It's just a stage name, mind you. I don't actually expect people to call me that in real life. And we'll see what it we'll see what it looks like when it's all said and done. I might periodically get up and check on it just to see how it's looking. Now the key to making a successful Hot Pocket, especially one that big, make sure your dough is kneaded perfectly. You want to make sure there's no holes on the bottom or the top. And you think 28 minutes will be enough to cook all that? Watch. Those dough rolls are pretty thin, which allows you to make basically a thin crust pizza, which works. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes making your own pizza versus going out to a restaurant every now and then, switch it up a bit. Do it at home. I can tell you right now, YouTube and Facebook, there is a satisfactory feeling in building your own calzone or pizza, and visually creating a work of art and watching it come to life. And I was going to do the curly fries and bacon separately, but I decided to say, fuck it, it's going on the cooking video. Turn the stove on high, get the bacon cooked up quickly enough, boom, there you go. This is definitely a pretty pipe for the collection. Hooey, that bowl's getting hot. Hang on. There we go. Once the bowl on this one's cached, set this beast down back in the box, and then I'll showcase the other pipe that I got and smoke out of it too. Of course, by the time that calzone is done cooking, this bowl could be cached, so I'll eat before I do anything. I'm going to have to let it cool off though before I cut into it. Yeah, this bowl's pretty warm. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tobacco I have in this bowl and scoop it out into my other pipe right here, right quick. I was testing out my tobacco pipes with some pipe tobacco off camera, breaking them in. You know my fans love me when they're sending me free tobacco pipes. And I got 4 basic pipes I can use in my collection. I had a fan make me one hell of a kick-ass custom tobacco pipe, and it was legitly pretty fucking badass. Then I have a couple fans send me stuff, and that's cool. Always greatly appreciated. Perfect. Take the scooper of our pipe tool. Come on. There we go. A little pinch of tobacco that was on the bottom of the bowl is ready to be loaded into the other pipe, and then I'll top it off with fresh tobacco. That way, yeah. And like I said, this pipe comes with a beautiful case and a spare pipe tool should I lose the one I have. Knock on wood. And let's see. Ooh. Dude, that calzone's smelling dank as fuck. Oh my god, dude, the barbecue sauce and everything in there just cooking, just oh. All right. This one's a wee bit smaller, but this one is more Sherlock shaped. I can definitely dig it. Let me grab some of that fresh tobacco here. Now sometimes if you take an empty bag and maybe you're a cigarette smoker and you save your butts, but you squeeze your butts into a bag, every little pinch of tobacco you get adds up. So then one day when you're out of cigarettes for a couple days and you need tobacco, you go into your fresh reserve and there you go. Maybe you smoke Swishers, Phillies, Black and Mild, it don't matter. You smoke mini cigars, cigarettes, regular sized cigars in general, you can save your butts and put the tobacco in bags. Which is a simple but effective life hack if you're needing to smoke tobacco in a pinch. And you can just see the leaf on the cigar. Tobacco is, yeah. And with those thicker cigars, I put the whole freaking cigar in the bag. I'll break it up into pieces and then just stick it in there. But, I don't sit here and pack a bowl of tobacco in my pipe while we cook up some dankness on YouTube and Facebook. There we go. One fresh bowl of pipe tobacco. Nice and unclogged. We'll give it a poke down to the middle. Now sometimes it can take a minute for it to get started, but taking the time to relax and enjoy a good bowl of pipe tobacco it's a nice way to, you take time and you contemplate and think, you rethink and you examine your life and what you've done with it. And not exactly proud of what I've done for most of my life, but owning up to it and accepting it is a part of growing up. Humans will say things to each other in the heat of a moment when they're angry, sad, depressed, hurt, or whatever the case may be. Well, I packed down my fresh bowl of tobacco. I'm going to check on the calzone. I'll be right back. And about 5 minutes left. Yes. Alrighty, through the miracle of time, we almost have a calzone, ladies and gentlemen, which is 5 to 4 minutes left on the calzone. Do not mind the echo, Facebook. I do apologize, but I'm making a video on QuickTime Player so I could have a cooking video for YouTube. And I figured I'd film it live on Facebook so that way y'all can see it before it hits YouTube. And I opened the oven to check on it with 5 minutes to go, and it looks good. As Emperor Palpatine would say, good, good, good. Release your hunger. I mean, fish and chips is kind of a UK sort of thing. We're putting like an American Italian twist on it. There you go. Because I do believe that the first pizza was invented in Sicily, if I'm not mistaken. Some old school pizza makers who are going to be looking at this monstrosity going, the fuck is wrong with you? That's not pizza. And then there's some of you who are looking at that going, you know what, it looks kind of good. I'm going to have to try that sometime. It don't matter. We all have our own opinions. That's what makes the world so grand. About 5 to 4 minutes till dankness. I'd like to read to you the notes that came with the tobacco pipes. For YouTube, of course. Hi, Josh. We are huge fans. You shred the guitar. Enjoy the gifts. Please add us on Facebook. Christian Coffee and Sam and Lily Coffee from Christian. Alright. I can do that here in a bit. In fact, I'll go to my friend requests right now while the calzone's cooking up. I love all my fans, dude. You guys make doing the YouTube awesome and selling the wands just awesome. And I really do appreciate that. I really do. So let's see. Anybody who sends me a free tobacco pipe here and there, I mean, you can tell they're obviously fans. Anybody who takes the time to respond to friend request, confirm. You are already friends with this person, righteous. And who else? Sam and Lily, alright. But yeah, I can definitely add y'all real quick. There's a lot of Sam coffees, so I'm not sure which one it is. But I did add Christian coffee to my friends list. Let's try Lily coffee. Let's see if that helps. If I can't find Sam's actual, which one that, you know, I'm saying the right one, then just hit me up. I spelled it wrong. There we are. Holy jeez. There's a lot of Lily coffees. Okay, yeah, no, I don't know which one's the right one. But Christian Coffee, thank you for the pipes, brother. I got them safely in the mail. Much obliged. Oh, calzone's done. Hold on a second. That'll work out quite nicely. I mean, there were a couple of spots where it opened up just a little bit, but none of the cheese leaked out, so we're golden. I'll let that cool off a second. I'll let that cool off before I cut into it. It smells delicious. Grab ourselves a soda pop for when we finish it. But this thing is pretty massive, yo. So Sam and Lily just hit me up on Facebook, and Josh, can you add Delilah? Zach, she bought a wand as well. Possibly, yes. All right. Now here's the thing, Slick. I went and cut that calzone deal in half, 2 big pieces, short, sweet, to the point. I'll let it cool off a bit before we check out that massive cross section. Doing a fish and chips calzone for YouTube. Now, some of the stuff I can't do on camera because I don't have my phone. But we're making the best of it here, you know, and that's what life's all about. Making the best of it. A&W cream soda is not a sponsor, but it is delicious. I also like their root beer. A&W root beer and cream soda is where it's at, people. You go to the restaurant, get a frosty root beer mug. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. core action. Mind you, cream soda doesn't have any caffeine, but it has a shit ton of sugar, which is still just as good. Now, the Mountain Dew would have more caffeine than this, but pour out that golden goodness into the cup. Oh, look at that. Look at that, YouTube. The golden nectar of the soda gods. That's the only way you could physically describe A&W cream soda. It tastes so good, it's like the golden soda nectar of the soda gods. I'm just saying. Can crush for A&W, and for my awesome fans, and for an awesome calzone. That's alright. That's easy enough to fix. It was apart a little bit before. This recipe is mundane, weird, random, but that's quite alright. Now, before I dug into the piece I've cut, Facebook and YouTube, I want to show you the cross section of this here calzone. This is the other half of it. There you go, people. There's the cross section of the finished product. 420 degrees, 28 minutes. Boom. Crust cooked all the way through. Nice golden brown. Ingredients all melted together in the middle, just like that. Yeah. Fish and chips calzone for your face. Get it. Now, to be brutally fair, this could legitly serve 3 to 4 people easy, dude. This one was the more fucked up side because I didn't cut it all the way through, so I got all the ingredients coming out right here, but it don't matter because it's food, yo. Okay, the barbecue sauce on the crust. Oh, the condiments that I put on it. Yeah, that's working together quite nicely. Got this massive wad of inside here. Hey, yo. I got food for the next 2 days, man. I'm telling you, this thing is freaking massive, YouTube. Look at that. I'll eat the sloppy one first. Okay. Hold up. Alright. Now, even though I didn't quite cut it right, oh, that's alright. I'm going to flip it over onto this side. That way, yeah, make this easier to eat. This is what I mean by I didn't cut it very right on this side. It came apart just a little bit, which would not have happened if I would have used cooking spray on the cooking tray, but that's alright. This thing still turned out massive, and not only is it massive, but it's definitely calzone-ish. This is definitely a fish and chips calzone. I'm liking the combination of stuff on this, man. Oh, there we go. The crust has a nice crispiness to it. And the bottom of it's a little bit burnt, but it's not too burnt. This will give it a nice crispy sort of... you see all the chips and the cheese sitting in the middle. This piece of that sardine and bacon, pepperoni. Yo, this is comfort food right here, yo. I'm just fucking saying. I did have to try a couple bites of this on camera because this shit smelled and looked way too good to pass up. Now, last time I put sardines in a pizza, it was way too spicy, yo. Way too spicy. Disaster. This is doable. I mean, between the Tony seasoning and the horseradish mustard, it's a nice little heat. It's not in your face like, oh fuck, my mouth's on fire. No, this is a nice, respectable heat. So if you feel like punishing your toilet tomorrow, yeah. All jokes aside, though, this is pretty good. Oh. That's definitely pretty filling. I'm gonna set this to the side. Munching on that for a minute. Well, I tell you what, YouTube, that there, some good eats that might have taken about 2 hours to make, but totally worth the wait. Definitely a dank, fattening, good eats right there. Yep. Anyways, this is Gothic King Cobra back at you with another cooking video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side.